Well, it's the 4th of July, 2024, and thought we'd go ahead and do a quick report on the June mortality report. Now, you said that this June was the hottest in history. Honestly, it just felt like another June in Phoenix. I didn't really notice much. But there are things that we know are going to not make it, and things that we know will, and we have things that surprise us. This is a interesting succulent that Sue has a bunch of, and it seems to be holding up over here. It's in the side yard, which is under shade, and it's kind of a micro climate. We even have rain lilies blooming. And this is like the third or fourth, no, this is the third round of them blooming. They're really pretty, and I'm really happy that they're doing well. Of course, we still have 2 more months of summer going, but things back here tend to have a little bit better chance of survival. Looks like it's time to harvest some figs. Got a lot of them here. A lot. And we got some squash, and we just dumped the seeds out here, and it's actually taking, so maybe we'll get some squash. I mean, who knows? The mums over here are not doing too good. They're hanging in there, but not all that great. Generally speaking, I try to water once a night, as well as using the system, the irrigation system. Swiss chard is kind of hanging in there. Surprised me. It usually does better. The broccoli is blooming, so hopefully we will have a whole bunch of broccoli over here. And I think I got a couple of cauliflowers over there. Yeah, I got a couple of cauliflowers that I'm letting go. We'll see how they do. Romaine has bolted, so that's the remains of the romaine. If I knew how well celery took out here, I would have been growing that all along. That is just crazy. Okay, we've got shades up. That is, quite frankly, the only thing that's keeping Sue's fairy garden alive. I think the cherry tree has bought the farm. If we go over here, the mint is blooming. The lavender is kind of thinking it's done for the season. The tower garden on this side is not doing too shabby. Got some cucumbers in there. The other side's not looking too good, but we think that was probably our fault when we planted them. So we'll do a project on that again. And I've been snipping off the flower heads on the basil because I'd like to keep the basil around longer. Cat. Okay. Let's see. Strawberries. The squash plant. Same things over here. Gardenias tend to move back a little bit in the summer. Sometimes they survive, sometimes they don't. Dragon fruit's hanging in there. We have some tomatoes over here still doing good. Strawberries? No. The strawberries just are... There's only a few that's hanging in there. It really is. There's not too much going on here. I think the eggplant, yeah, eggplant needs to get harvested. Yeah. So, Tom, Jan, got another eggplant coming your way. Pepper is doing okay. our zucchini and cucumbers are pretty much toast. That doesn't surprise me. That's normal. The watermelon is still hanging in there. And I'm actually very surprised that this cucumber is still alive and thinking about having fruit, because the other ones, palm trees. All the palm trees, they got to get going. Have to come out here and do that. Spaghetti squash, nah, that didn't make it. I harvested potatoes, and we really didn't get much over here except for a little bits. So I put them back in here and we'll see if we can grow some more. Peach tree, oh, that peach tree was wonderful. It produced some wonderful peaches. I want more. Apple trees are hanging in there. No apples. With the heat, a lot of the stuff over here just isn't going to make it. The elephant bush, being what it is, designed for to be ate an awful lot and have to recover quickly, is probably the most successful thing out here. It can handle the heat as long as it gets a reasonable amount of water. So just, you know, a lot of flowers didn't make it, but that again was to be expected. These guys are doing pretty good. Now that I've been able to get the right combination to keep the water clean, and you can see all the way down to the bottom. This is most likely my best triumph this year. To finally be able to figure out how to get this thing clean and maintain it. So, from a lot of the good news to the other news, okay, the morning glory took over. That was a squash, and it died. The cucumber over here, the morning glory's taken over, but I was trying to fight it back. I found a yellow cucumber. And when a cucumber plant has taken a cucumber far enough to turn yellow, and they can be hidden, this one was, didn't see it. If you don't pick it, the cucumber thinks it's done its job and it's out of here, and it's out of here. Okay, tomatoes are suffering, some of them. The peas and the green beans, of course, that was a foregone conclusion. We knew they were going to go. Spinach, also foregone conclusion. Those are cold weather crops, and we knew that those were going to go. We got hit and miss on some of the tomatoes. Some of them I'm going to have to check to see what species and varieties they are, so that I'll know what to get next year and which ones to avoid. They certainly couldn't handle it. This is a well-known one. The yellow pears, yeah, they sit there and laugh at the heat. And I'm going to have to do, yeah, they're going to go up to the grapevine at this point. This one's hanging in there. This one's hanging in there. There's no fruit right now because it is really just too hot to send out flowers. They don't want to do that, which doesn't make the bees real happy. They'd like to have more flowers, so we do have other flowers around to hopefully, so they don't have to tap into their surpluses too much. Their surplus is called honey. Okay. But I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, like I said, things that we knew was going to go, went. I'm surprised on a few things that managed to hang on. And now we'll see what July has for us, and August.